Hey everybody, it's Gail from Two Gals in Vermont. Today I wanted to show you how we brought electricity into the greenhouse and some things we considered before we even started digging in and putting in plugs. So I'll show you a couple things, and if you're going to consider bringing some electricity into your greenhouse, this is what we did, and hopefully it'll give you some tips. One of the first things we considered was, how are we going to get the power from the house to the greenhouse? It's not very far. It's a little over 100 feet, so it wasn't too bad. What we did is we put an ad in our local newspaper, online newspaper, and said, hey, anybody know an excavator? And lo and behold, our friend just down the street has a little excavator, and he came and dug the trench. So we dug a 2-foot trench all the way across the drive and up to the greenhouse. Mission completed, number 1. The next thing we considered was, what are we going to do with the greenhouse? What do we want to accomplish out here? What work do we want to do? Do we want to do seedlings? Do we want to just overwinter things? What is it that we want to do? And what we decided was, we were going to prepare for whatever we wanted to do. I will be starting seedlings and also overwintering some things. We have 2 benches. They're a little bit over 6 feet long, and they will fit both of them on one side together. But for right now, what we did is separate them. So I sat in the middle of the greenhouse and said, okay, if I'm going to be starting seedlings, what do I need? I might need heat mats. I might need lights. We might need, of course, a heater, because it does get cold in here. We looked at all the options, and this is what we decided to do. Each side of the greenhouse has 3 outlets. One kind of in the middle and one on the end. And that is so I don't have to run extension cords or anything for lights. I don't have to use extension cords for anything that has to do with seedlings on the bench. So that was really important. No extension cords and flexibility. So this is the other side of the greenhouse where we have the 3. Then we have this high-powered fan. Now we're definitely going to need that for the summer. So we made sure we had a plug up there close for the fan in the summer to get the hot air out and cooler air in. That's run by a separate light switch. So we sketched that out. The other thing we were thinking about is, do we want to put a light or have lights in the greenhouse? Of course, we have short days, and if I'm going to be working out here, we might want to have a light. So we put a socket in up here, and also we have a light bulb or whatever fixture. We don't have it yet. We're looking for the right thing to do, but it's there. So we kind of planned for every possibility that we could think of. Also, like right now, we have a little space heater, and this little space heater, it's not optimal, but it keeps the greenhouse about 20 degrees warmer than it is outside. So that's been effective. We do have a formal greenhouse heater coming, and that'll be able to heat and keep the greenhouse warm. We're thinking probably 50 degrees, 55 degrees will be optimal for lots of things. So that's why I might need the heat mats and such. So we can move both of our benches together. We can keep them separate. So we have that flexibility to do that. The other thing we did, which we're studying and keeping track of, we have a little thermometer here, and there's one on the other side where we keep track of the temperature inside the greenhouse. This one is Bluetooth, so we can monitor from the house, which I thought was kind of nifty. So that's the story of the electricity in the greenhouse. You really have to, think about what you want to use your greenhouse for. Is electricity necessary? We didn't want to be running extension cords from the house. And then what are the various ways you might consider using it? So we wired up for any possibility. The other thing I'd like to mention is that our good friend Oliver is a beginning electrician, and Lee is also an electrician. So together they worked on the plan. Oliver put all of the plugs and everything in. So we really kind of did it on a budget. Our neighbor would not take any compensation for doing the trench up to the greenhouse, and really that job was done in about 2 hours. Dug the hole, put the pipe in, covered up the hole, and it was done. So before you do anything, think about what it is you want to use your greenhouse for. What are the possibilities in the future? Of course, we're just starting out with the greenhouse. I have some things in the green stock that I'm starting to propagate over here. And I have another one, which I'll keep on building on as the seedlings come up. But all in all, it's been a good exercise. We've enjoyed it, and we're really, really happy with the flexibility that we have built in to our workstations. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit about things to consider when doing a greenhouse and bringing electricity to it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.